Hi, I'm Max from Bullis Student Tutors, and today we're going to talk about first declension Latin nouns. So for first declension Latin nouns, I created us a table with the left side having our singular endings and the right side having our plural endings. And then I've labeled the five cases. We have nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and ablative. So on the singular half of the table, our nominative singular ends in A, our genitive singular ends in AE, dative singular ends in AE, our accusative ends in AM, and our ablative ends in a long A. That's important to remember, that the difference between the nominative and the ablative singular is that the ablative singular has the long mark on it, or the long A. On the plural side, we have our nominative plural, which is AE, our genitive plural, which is arum, our dative plural is is, accusative plural is as, and then our ablative plural is is. So we're going to do our first example, which is silwa, silwai, and it's important to remember that the dictionary entry for Latin nouns, usually the first part right here is going to be your nominative singular, and your second part here is going to be your genitive singular. So again, I made our chart, and what I said earlier is important because it actually makes declining the word easy when you realize that you have the nominative and genitive singular both given to you. So we're going to start first by putting in the two first parts of the noun. We have our nominative singular, genitive singular. Then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much separate right here, we're going to separate the genitive ending from the word, giving us the root of the word, so sil. And what we can do then is we can just kind of put that in as kind of a placeholder. And this is going to make the rest of the declining really easy, because then what you can do is you can just remember the first declension endings from earlier and then just kind of tag them on like this. And don't forget, for the ablative singular you need to have the long mark, because that's the big difference between the nominative and the ablative. So then we're going to go to plural, go I, arum, is, as, is. So that's essentially a pretty basic example of how to decline a first declension Latin noun. So just to give you another couple examples of some other first declension Latin nouns, you have pala, palai, nauta, nautai, and incola, incolai. And you're going to essentially do the same exact thing. If you were asked to decline one of these words, you're going to go to the genitive singular and just cut off the ending for each of them. So obviously, for the first one, puel would just be the stem of the word. Then you would have not for the second, and then incol for the third, and then you just plug on the endings like we discussed earlier. So this has been Max Eichner from Bullis Student Tutors, and I hope you enjoyed the video.